Into game number 1 here on Lions. We'll see who takes it first. We got Java on the spear as the first weapon on the screen. Kyna with a very tried and true hammer.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's going to get a little scary here because, yeah, he's very good with his confirms. It's going to be a lot of stomps coming out into whatever I needed after that. It's just racking up damage. He probably has like an idea of how many stomps and 2 follow-ups he needs into the correct punish right after. He's like 5 stomps in the follow-up, and then after that, I can just finish the game, finish the stock.
It's so crazy to see like how little Kyna has to hit you to win games because of just how much damage you're able to output on this Roman Reigns.
Okay, oh, all right, like the idea right there from Java is going to kind of sneak in some of these SIGs. I mean, there's some very quick SIGs right from Dusk, so it's not a bad-ish thing to look for if you already know that your opponent's going to be moving away from you anyway, so. Uh-oh, wow, the jab almost doing it right there.
Encroaching the space very well on Java, had to pick up the orb, but the orb really not having any activation either as Kyna, I think that might have been 5 stomps into a KO.
I'm telling you, yeah. Like he's counting them out.
Kyna makes it look like old hammer where you could just mash the downlight, but Kyna, I mean, even with it being a lot slower and laggier, picking the spot so perfectly, it makes it seem like that move is faster than it is.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to play this ground game quite well against Java, but Java's now, you can see him staying in the air a little more, just trying to avoid a stomp. Oh, not right there, though. Get a little overzealous with that ground pound, even hitting the ground with it. But he does get it this time around, all the way from the left side of the stage, still able to take out Kyna on the right. The weapon style, let's see what he can do with this orb, though. We've seen mostly the spear so far. Now he's going to try to get the orb in there.
I always like seeing Kyna when Kyna starts hitting a lot of those side lights. A move that doesn't lead into KOs, but does so much damage and really conditions Java. And we're starting to see that as well as a mold breaker. But it's weird because Kyna isn't stacking on top of Java, just moving in and then Java stacking on Kyna, getting down lights for it. Very controlled play. Java really needs to break this mold. But you know, you evened up the stock count and some nice damage there, going for the extended combo, not a true confirm. Kyna realizing and getting the side light or side air to close out that stock.
Nice, okay. Oh, he tried to send it. He was like, I'm gonna get back in this game. It didn't work though. Sometimes you don't even need to hit it. He just scared him down, too far down for him to be able to get back to the stage. So Java, you know, with the risky and daring play, actually did pay off for him, and now developing a lead here. Oh my, okay, five hits right there, all unanswered until we got the down. Oh wow, that was a good pickup.
The weapon pickups immediately into downlights. Java going for that neutral light back off the wall, Kyna too ready for it with the dash up downlight. Nice end light there, and Java really trying to give some space to himself versus Kyna, because Kyna ever so carefully approaches on the space. Nice recovery there. Let's see, no SIG coming out from Java, just looking for that nair. Kyna on that KO, and there it is, the side SIG does come in and take it. Game number 1 going to Java. It looks so in the favor of Kyna, but Java forced the last stock situation and dominated on that orb.
Yeah, that was a very good orb play right there from Java. It was like right when he forced that situation too, and he got the orb, the first combo, 5 hits. Boom. I got raids, I got combos. You get sent off the stage. Only got answered with a down light into a recovery or into a ground pound, and that's not going to do as much damage as he was able to put up. But also, just the pressure that he put on. I thought he was going to go for an exhausted recovery at the top, but instead just went back down to the ground, you know, waited for the option to be exhausted, and just found that side SIG instead. And look, he's really you know, willing to risk going way out there to make some big plays. You saw the double down air there on the right side. Obviously didn't get punished for it, but it's nice to see that he's like willing to go out there and make some plays happen.
You have to. I mean, at this caliber of play, really, you got to pull out all the stops, and kind of getting a downlight into side air there, knowing a little too low damage to get a confirmed side air, just getting some side light damage. And speaking of which, Java getting there, trying to use a platform to get some assist in the movement, kind of not falling for it, and the end light already. And I always forget, even with the strength stance, how much damage Dust does on these orb moves. I mean, already kind of having a cycle off into the axe.
All right, out of there one more time. Side light, Sayer. Not going to be enough just yet. He's just trying to get the weapon toss in there. Luckily, okay. He actually doesn't want that either. Not even going to mess around with it yet. Just waiting for an orb. So the orb, I mean, truly the orb really is what brought him home. So it's nice to see that he's like, all right, my orb is kind of cooking right now. Let me go ahead and get that back in my hand. Unfortunately, though, not able to touch the ground. Might have want to try to like fight his way into pushing kind of off the stage and then going for the orb, because ever since he's got it, throwing that one away too.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the plan is. Because right now, Kyna on the axe is just doing so much damage. Java picking up the spear, immediately going for a SIG in an attempt to cover. Kyna landing in front of Java, but there the side air came in to punish it, and yeah, it's looking pretty rough right now for Java, who hasn't really found any sort of control in this game the entire time.
All right, finally getting another orb back in his hand, but it's taken him so long and so much damage. He has not really hit Kyna in a good, I'd say about a good 30 seconds. He's not been able to hit Kyna. Kind of once again just patrolling the ground. Just wait till he can find that stomp. 4 stomps right there. If this fifth one KOs, I swear.
I mean, it just might almost. Nice side light into side air off the GC side light to cover a jump from Kyna. Whenever you have a side light like that, I mean, might as well just go to hit it. The orb online for Java, who's trying to weapon swap Kyna. Kyna just immediately checking it with the side light there, picks up the axe in hand, and we saw that it was just a bunch of end lights that close out stock number 1. We see a down stick there to get off me, and it's working really, really well. Java once again without a weapon.
Ooh, and just out of there once again. Kyna is definitely kind of really imposing his will this time around. This is the gameplay that he wanted to play earlier. Wasn't able to do such. Felt like Java was doing quite well on this orb, but it seems like he's kind of figured out how to play around the orb now, so he might have to get the spear back into the mix, as the orb is really not being as effective as it was, I'd say, you know, about half a game ago.
Filthy extension from Kyna. Instead of going for the down air, going for the nair to get some extra damage, and already Java looking really, really bad for this game. We'll see what the spear looks like here. Downlight into side air. Once again, the tried and true. We'll see if you can find one more downlight. That side air will KR towards the wall. Another one, and that's going to be the game. Kyna playing so consistently. I think Java had chances, but as soon as they were sent really far from the stage and picked up the orb, you remember, you said it, throwing away the spear immediately, picking up an orb, didn't land again, didn't get a hit again, and Kyna just snowballed that game.
Yeah, I think it's like, it felt like he threw the rest of the game out with that spear. Like, I think maybe just getting at least just one hit with it to force Kyna off the stage, and then being able to get yourself your favorite weapon would have been a good idea, but unfortunately, you know, he threw it out, and then it just felt like kind of activated. It's like, wait, you have no weapon and you're stuck in the skies? I can make this work.
Yeah, and once Kyna starts going for those flashier and more extended combos, that's when you start seeing major damage swings. We saw there the chase dodge up to avoid Java swinging with a nair on the orb, and then immediately going back down. Instead of the downer, which a lot of people will go for, going for nair, getting a downlight after into a side light, just tremendous amounts of damage. And for the first time, Western Air Temple being selected, 2 soft platforms. Java loves platforms, actually, so I definitely do see this to be a good pick for Java.
Okay. We have to see if this one definitely pays out, or plays out for Java. Got a very good first game, but that second game was all Kyna, and he's still kind of running that same plan. It is still working for him. I'm just, all right, I'm whip punishing, I got stomps. Oh, you're standing too close to me, I got more stomps for you. Got the follow-up, I get the big damage. All right, let's go for the stomp this time around. Side light into the neutral light.
And the downlight from off the wall gets a hit, but doesn't go for any reads afterwards. Side light, side air unarms Kyna. Yeah, the dancing with the platforms are what Java's really known for, especially as they kind of vary in height. Java's really able to shift around where that orb is placed. It becomes very difficult for Kyna to pinpoint, and I think that's why we're seeing the axe here, obviously getting unarmed, but the axe a lot easier at covering those movement options. You only really have a couple moves that are fast on hammer.
Definitely docking for position right here. Nobody. I mean, this has kind of been the kind of play though. Like, he's not gonna swing until he sees the punish. And so it really is up to. Oh, yo, I thought he actually. He still got him.
Why did Java end up that low again?
Yeah, he sent you pretty high up, but I feel like you have the resources to just go back to the stage. But like, it seemed like Java wanted to challenge him, and well, that challenge did not go well for him as he just got dragged down to the blast zone.
Yeah, I feel like going unarmed versus a hammer, very ill-advised.
Oh, he's trying it again.
Why? Why on the unarmed? It's not good. Kyna finds the KO once again. You just can't go off stage versus Kyna with the hammer in hand. I mean, that's just classic Brawlhalla. The recovery, of course, sending down there, and Java, again, getting sent high, ground pounding, unarmed, and falling. That side air landing does find the connection into the stock, but, I mean, this is a very, very tough game to come back in.
Man, I really feel like he kind of threw that second stock pretty quickly, too. Like, I mean,
really early.
I'm not really sure why he wanted to try to go for the second challenge again. Kind of already showing you that, like, yeah, I'm pretty good on this off-stage scramble. We're back off stage again. Luckily, does not have the hammer in hand.
Yeah, the axe definitely something that you can contend with a bit more as Java on the orb off stage, but you know, the hammer and the unarmed, not the combination. We'll see the orb online right now as Kyna gets forced in the corner, but immediately jumping back. Java with some big damage though. Java's so good at finding those downlights on the orb, something that I think Java's specifically known for on orb. Okay.
Sends him out of there. Okay, that side is going to do it up. And so Java able to get back into the game. I guess he was willing to, you know, trade that stock. He's just like, I need a nice little momentum run. Orb is looking good again, just like the first game, where, you know, he's able to pop off with that orb. It's like he's able to pop off with that orb again.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I mean, Java, you know, unfortunately throwing away his stock essentially on the second, evening up and even contending with the damage right now as Kyna has an axe in hand, hasn't been finding so much success. All right, let's see the juggle, going for a lot of downlights on the attempt to cover. Java landing, but an downstick comes in and ends the game. Kyna takes it with two very unfortunate attempts from Java, unarmed, to contend with Kyna offstage on the hammer. Tough decision making, and it's going to go to Kyna's favor now. 2-1 in the set.
I will say, man, I mean, I know it wasn't the down light stomp, but technically he does kind of stomp. His stomps are still going a little crazy here, even if it's on the down sig. Kind of one more game away, pushing it forward and keeping it going. It says we're in top 12 right now, so he's definitely marking his way up into that top 8 area pretty soon. Or actually now, yeah, top 12 is when you get out there and get 9th. So yeah, he's going to make that side, the top 8 winner side if he gets this W.
Very close in terms of the damage dealt. I think that's something that you kind of don't think about on Dusk, but Dusk having a lot of force, and you saw that side sig KO'd relatively early. Kyna wasn't that deep in the red. A lot of damage on the side of Java in terms of the orb, but look how even the damage split is. A damage difference of 6 between the axe and the hammer. So really utilizing the axe to contend with the platform movement, and then the hammer to close in those KOs. Just classic Kyna business.
Looks like Java's really thinking what he can do here, or just meditating right before the beginning of the game. I like the fact that he does go for it. So he's doubling down on the force as well. He's went to the force stance. He's like, I know this character is strong, but I'm gonna make him even stronger.
Yeah.
Let me get even more force in there. And he's been getting, you know, a decent amount of sig, you know, KO. So might as well try to make them go even faster. You know, and stop having to deal with Teros for as long as you have to. So Java kind of on the 4th game now.
Demon Island. And
Demon Island.
I know you're talking about South America loving Demon Island, so Kyna going to be very ready for this stage.
We are moving right now, playing a little neutral. No one want to take that swing. The big punish on both sides. Gets the stomp. Almost getting the neutral layer there as well at the top. Another stomp.
Calling out Java's aggression so well. The sider sends off. Say Java with not a great recovery, but doesn't find the recovery. Kyna doesn't find the recovery. Java landing back down with an end sig. Covers the high landing. Kyna with nothing, just pogos it in, just tap it in. And that's a 3 stock to 2 lead for Java. You take the first stock here, and it's playing very, very well. I was kind of worried about the Demon Island pick. Can be very scary versus a very grounded legend like Teros, but Java playing very, very well without soft platforms.
I think that's the thing, though, is like, you know, we are on Demon Island for sure, but it is working in both ways. It seems like even though South America seems to be very good on the stage, the fact that there is that small wall, it is very hard to kind of get around if you have to use the wall as your recovery, and so that's how you saw him get that easy down air, you know, tap in right there, because there's not many places for Kyna to go.
Yep.
And so at this point in time, he's got a solid lead. He has to worry about that now, but Kyna still goes pretty far off stage trying to make these edge guards happen. And that was a nice little combination off kind of a mistake. Almost got the neutral stick. That would have definitely taken him out for as close as he was that time. Though the side stick's gonna do it. We're looking at a 3 stock right now. I don't think it's a little hard to do against Teros, but it's still possible.
It's cool to see Java really come into his own in terms of on-stage play, not really jumping a lot in this game there. The downlight into side air does find its mark, but Java playing very well grounded here. Very important to contest with the dominance that Kyna can develop, especially on a stage with no soft platforms. You need to have ground control. It enables your game plan in the air. What an extension there, but Kyna getting one of their own downlight into the nairs. Here, chase dodge up to try to bait a dodge from Java. Java doesn't give it, but a lot of damage swing into Kyna's favor.
Okay. Okay, nice, good little chase down right here from Java. These neutral lights are definitely starting to register quite well for him. And he's still got a whole another stock to work with. So this is definitely good. He can take a couple of chances here. I still don't like the idea of taking too many chances against Teros because the damage does rack up pretty quickly. But currently on this stock, I think it's not that bad of an idea. Okay.
Nice little end light there. Kyna struggling to find any sort of control because that side-light side air will come, and that's going to be a game 5 now as Java evens up the set 2-2. The counter pick to Demon Island is so interesting to me. You know, obviously going from 2 soft platforms to 1, working out very well in Java's favor.
Yeah, this time he was like, it's totally fine. I know that you like the stage, but I also like the stage too. I'm going to make it work. And with the way that he's able to get more edge guards going as well too. I mean, you saw him more willing to go off stage. And with the way the stage is laid up, as I always say, you know, if you have to recover under the stage, it can be a little hard for you to have to deal with. So, and with the way that he was able to get his edge guard, the first one, especially with the dare, he's like, all right, bro, you have nowhere else to go. Hold that, you know. And his on-stage gameplay is good too. You saw the very, very nice and nice usage of the side 6. He's been very good with the force, which I'm kind of liking to see again why he's going into deep force, because he knows he's going to be hitting these SIGs. He also got a neutral SIG in there, threw him way off that stage to even set up that edge guard.
Okay. Java starting off very well here. I mean, you have the orb in hand. It is game 5, and I feel like we're seeing a lot of the same of the last game, which is good for Java, not so much Kyna. Java really controlling the ground with these dash-in end lights. Kyna immediately throwing the hammer away, saying, I want to try the axe into this. We didn't see a lot of axe in the last game.
There's side 6 still right in front of him, and he has been very good at hitting those. I know I really feel like he probably has hit like 3 of the 4 that he's thrown up side 6 only. So man's side 6 accuracy has been all the way up. Which also means he's still getting good damage too, even if he's not getting the stock. Hitting a SIG like that, 4 damage is also good.
Downlight attempt there to catch Kyna's landing, and Kyna didn't give a dodge in place or a dodge in that time, and Kyna now in a dominant position as Java looking to struggle to find a weapon even.
Oh, where are you going? You're standing too close to me. Step back. Doesn't matter. That's going to cover on multiple sides. You have to either air dodge or dodge through it or be out the way. And fortunately, he was just standing right on top of Kyna. Gets yelled out of there. Kyna now going to get himself a nice little lead.
Java waiting for the dodge appropriately, but not finding a punish after. Maybe some hesitation, and that ground pound shows, I think, a little bit of desperation and disadvantage. State picking up the orb now. Kyna understanding the nerves and going deep there. Trying to go for a big SIG. Gets immediately punished by Java's side SIG, which is a great way to equalize the stock count, but a lot of damage in the favor. I think Java opting for the spear here to try to weapon start back into a fresh orb.
Yeah, it was looking a little scary for a second. I didn't know if he was going to be able to survive off that stock, but Kyna is able, or is going to lose his stock. Java now starting to rack up some damage here, but the damage is already kind of racked up 1-2. I like the avoidance the first time, but he didn't immediately try to go back to the stage, and therefore puts himself in a position. He's trying to get a little aggressive off the side. He eats another down air. And that sends him packing, but okay, got that dodge. That dodge in this time around. He is still looking. He has a lot of sidelights hitting him, but he's looking for the option after, and kind of mixed it up well enough for him not to be able to get hit yet.
I think maybe falling under the trap of wanting too much off these openings. Instead of getting the true damage, trying to go too much for the reads, and I understand you're down a stock, but you got to take what you can get versus Kyna, because right now Kyna is going to take everything. That end light will come in. Java has to survive this, going for the side SIG or down SIG to get back and get swatted away, and Kyna takes it 3-2 over Java.
Yeah, that was a very different game that we got from the first time we went to Demon Island. That 4th game, yeah, Java was kind of cooking, but this time around, kind of absolutely back into his element. It's like, wait a minute, this is our stage. I'm going crazy. He really started to show up yet again with the axe.